10 p.m. Would the clerk call the rules, please?
Sure. Councilman Chowdhury.
Present.
Councilman Mahmood.
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri.
Yeah, present.
Councilman Hassan.
Present.
Mr. Mayor. Present. We have a quorum, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Right for the reason. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Do we have any community announcements? Yes.
We want to mention for community, for all the residents, we need to be the sweep the alley, keep it clean, and make the number, the address in the back from the alley, because next month maybe they're gonna show a lot of ticket. We're gonna mention every time. Everybody do need to be clean behind the house in the front. Make sure if they have a trash, they have a grass, carry it out, make it clean, everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, folks. Assalamu alaikum. Happy Ramadan. Thank you for being here. As Councilman Al-Sumari was saying, the spring is around the corner. So what we want to do, we want to clean up our front yard back here, you know, make the environment look cleaner. And I have one more thing to say. The invitations for this organization, Select Shodor Dakin Shurma Association of Michigan, would like to invite you to the iftar dinner on April 2nd, which is Sunday at Gates of Columbus, 6:37. So please join us. This is for the Ramadan iftar fasting break. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, just wanted to say too, thanks to all the volunteers and I think it was Apia that passed out all the Ramadan food over the weekend. So they were out there working. We know because the police were reporting it all backed up. So it seems to be very successful.
Huge turnout, right?
Huh?
Huge turnout.
Yeah, that's
I'm surprised.
So Lynn was part of that.
Yeah, we had about 450 bags of food in under 2 hours.
Look, like food stuff is not enough.
We had budgeted till 4 o'clock. And we were done by, we were packed up and eating lunch by like 2:30.
Oh, you guys did a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you. No more announcements?
I don't.
All right. We'll move to the proclamation, recognition of presentations, and we have 2022 annual report for planning and zoning commission reports.
Mr. Mayor, we have Gage here from Canada. Go on up to the podium. Rana, you have it queued up on the
right there. Max.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Yes, I am here to present the 2022 Annual Planning and Zoning Report and the Planning Commission's 2023 Work Plan. First, just want to thank all members of the Planning Commission and Zoning Board for your service. Some of you are here today, so we appreciate all that you do. These reports are in accordance with state law. They have to be filed with the elected body once a year, so here we go. Let me find my page. All right, so the Planning Commission met a total of 7 times on the next page. The Zoning Board of Appeals met twice, just meeting their quota for the year, so that's good. The Commission's recently adopted some bylaws, and they do put in provisions for regular meetings being set forth in December of the following year, and special meetings can be called at any time. Moving forward to kind of 2022 in review. Like I said, the Planning Commission and the Zoning Board both adopted bylaws for the purpose of establishing and recording all of their business. So that's a really great step forward, and it's also part of becoming RRC redevelopment ready community certified. So the Planning Board also explored those benefits to encourage attendance, rules of order, and administrative efficiency. Those were adopted by the Planning Commission in September 22, by the Zoning Board in November 22. The planning and zoning boards have been through several training events. So there was some ZBA basics training, bylaws presentation, which kind of was the catalyst for establishing bylaws last year. There was a stormwater management presentation, planning and zoning workshops. All members of the Planning Commission and the Zoning Board are encouraged to attend trainings throughout their tenure, but they are now required to attend some sort of basic training within 1 year of appointment. So that was a good provision and help keep members up to speed on recent laws and changes. Moving on to just highlighting the zoning ordinance amendments that the Planning Commission shepherded last year. I won't run through all of them, but they kind of help us bring the zoning ordinance up to standards with the city of Hamtramck today, making sure that we have special land use provisions that are reflective of the community, defining terms more explicitly, and of course, making sure that structure, site requirements, and preliminary site plan review, all of those small components that we don't think of day to day, but can hopefully make things a little bit more efficient for everyone involved. And also just highlighting the residential lot sales project, which is ongoing, coordinating with city administration to foster the sale of several city-owned residential lots and fast-tracking development for additional housing in the city. Moving on to just showing some of the reviews that McKenna helped facilitate within the city regarding site plans, special land uses, variances, and facade modifications. A lot of stuff happened in 2022, and we look forward to more businesses popping up, more housing being developed, and more facades getting a facelift. We love seeing improvement and redevelopment in the city. I'm going to skip right through the administrative reviews. Those are all zoning verifications for single-family uses, pretty standard stuff there. What I'm really excited about is 2023. We're already a quarter of the way through, but just to highlight some of the initiatives that the Planning Commission will hopefully take on this year is continuing forward with redevelopment ready certification. I pulled out a couple of the best practices from RRC to kind of focus on this year, including the development of a public participation plan, focusing on green infrastructure initiatives, developing site plan checklists to make things a little bit easier for applicants and city staff, as well as initiating some joint meetings between Planning Commission, Zoning Board, City Council, so everyone can get on the same page. Having at least one of those a year is a good idea, just to bring everyone into the room. Implementing your economic development strategy. The CED, so Community Economic Development staff, and the DDA have worked to kind of establish this economic development strategy, and we'd like to see that progress through 2023. In particular, aiming for progress on items 6, 9, and 10, really by leveraging the master plan to expand upon those identified redevelopment sites within the master plan, develop marketing strategies, identify funding sources, and of course, continuing to engage community partners and stakeholders. For the zoning ordinance, we really want to focus on a comprehensive update. City staff take regular notes in their day-to-day administration of the ordinance, and we'd like to take all of those rather than having a piecemeal ordinance. We want a full holistic review, kind of diagnostic review to determine the scope of a full update, what that might entail, and then hopefully proposing a new, enhanced, and contemporary ordinance for everyone. So we hope that that is something that the Planning Commission can take forward. Moving to the downtown design guidelines, the staff, CED staff is in the process of organizing a walkthrough of the downtown with the DDA and the planning commissioners to better understand the current situation of downtown design and potential futures for enhanced facades and buildings throughout the city. It's really going to focus on the facades and their materiality. And we recommend that the Planning Commission and CED staff consider crafting some visual diagrams and facade templates, something that can be part of a downtown development guidebook that can make development really easy, straightforward, if developers could pick and choose from a menu of facade options that are guided and informed by city process. That could make things a little bit more efficient for folks. And of course, we just want to highlight additional training opportunities. CED staff will continue to provide updates to the Planning Commission, the Zoning Board, and City Council if you so choose to get well versed on all things planning, zoning, and development in the city. So thank you very much. And let me know if you have any questions, of course.
Thank you.
Okay. We will move to the additions and deletions. Agenda approval. Do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda? No. All right. Move to the public comments.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a couple email comments I'm going to start with. This one's Carrie Beth Lasley, Hamtramck resident. I wanted to respond to 3 agenda items regarding street sweeping. Unless you are going to try something new to inform people that they have to move their cars, it's a waste of money and aggravates your constituents. Regarding Max's contract, we are paying him more than the ceiling advertised. If he didn't want the job at the advertised rate, he should have not applied. If this were the rate, we should have advertised it since it is remarkably more competitive salary. This stinks of corruption, but so did his recent return to the city. He must like that smell. If this violates any NDA he signed upon his previous resignation, I can't wait until the other side wants to talk. Thirdly, I hope Mr. Musa actually lives here, because it would be a shame if he lived at, I'm not going to state the number, but Audrey and Warren. Thanks, Carrie Beth Lasley. I have comments from Khalil Rafai as well. First one was regarding last week's Muslim observance of Ramadan. Recognizing the observance of Ramadan, as you all know, 1.9 Muslims around the world fast the holy month of Ramadan. That's the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. It's a month of fasting, prayer, reflection, and communities coming together. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Ramadan. New business, Resolution 2331, appointing Abu Musa to fill the vacancy on Hamtramck City Council. It saddens me to see our councilwoman resign from council because of her health. I hope everything goes well with her. She's been a team player since day one in council and has done so much for the city. I hope she will continue being a leader in the community. I wish her all the best. Now her seat will be replaced by Abu Musa. I know he will be a great asset to council as he has served on council previously. I wish him luck and we will all work as a team for the best of the city. Resolution 2332, I hope it gets approved, but I wish Ms. Newbig from Hennessy and Mr. DeAngelis, Director of Public Works, to explain more so residents know what's going on and where the money is coming from. Resolution 2333, agree on changing the council meeting time during holy month of Ramadan from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. to make it easy for those who fast to be able to break their fast with their loved ones. Resolution 2334, I agree to giving a warning for the first offense and a letter explaining the citation and what needs to be done to prevent a citation next time for the same offense. Resolution 2335, I agree with direction of our administration to come up with a plan on street sweeping. Resolution 2336, I am glad Mr. Hadwan purchased this lot. As many of you know, this property has been vacant for many years, and now he's willing to invest in our city and build a brand new car wash. As we all know, we have been wishing that one day someone would open a car wash, and now that it seems that our dreams are coming true. I want to thank him for investing in our town. The Hadwan family has and always invested in our city, where many have left the city. Resolution 2337, hoping mayor and council will approve this resolution as Max will be serving the new city manager for our town. I know he will do the best for the city and taxpayers. Wish him luck. Thank you, Rana, for your hard work. Thank you, mayor, council, and city administration. Message to my constituents and business owners, please shovel. Hopefully there's no more snow, but please shovel and salt the sidewalks when needed. Much appreciated. Good night. God bless you all. Please stay safe and warm. Your council member, Clarify. And I have Lynn Blasi, Hamtramck resident. Welcome, Lynn.
Hello, Mayor and Council.
Hello.
First, I just want to congratulate Abu Musa. and kind of agreeing with Khalil. I think his experience on council is beneficial to help us move forward on the projects you're already working on and the new ones that will be coming forward. And then related to changing the time for Ramadan, just wanted to acknowledge Ramadan and say Ramadan Kareem to everybody. And relating to Resolution 2023-34, I'm a little bit concerned about the impact of on the workload of our staff with separating warnings from citations. And as I understand it, based on the citations I've gotten, the current system already allows an opportunity to amend or fix whatever's wrong and reverse the citation. And so I feel like if we're moving towards efficiency in City Hall, I feel like just focusing more time and energy and even money on educating what that process is, the existing process, and communicating that out to the community would be more beneficial to everyone. And 2023-37, with the MOU with Eastern Michigan University, I'm really excited to finally see this on the agenda. I've been anticipating it for a while as I helped get some of the letters of support for this project from community members and stakeholders in the area. And it's really important that we, as discussed with some of the presentations, take a look at the city as a whole and how we function and how connected we are to each other. And this grant, from what I understand, focuses a lot on helping make sure that we're comprehensive in that. And Eastern has worked with us, Eastern Michigan University has worked with us in the past on that communication point, that we don't necessarily have the staff to support, and going out and building relationships with residents. And one of the items on this MOU is specifically focused on residents in the northwest corner of Hamtramck, separated by the rest of Hamtramck from I-75. And I really think that it'll be beneficial to do studies to ask those residents what it's going to, what they want to see, how we can connect that part of our city to the rest of the city better. Can I ask for more time? Thank you. And the last item, I just have some concerns about transparency with Resolution 2023-26. Several community members have reached out to me. People outside of Hamtramck have reached out to me. And on Max's contract, section, I think it's 4B, gives the mayor permission to give Max a raise without consulting council. And I feel like, to be consistent with the rest of how financial decisions are made in the city, it would be a lot more appropriate for that. If I have nothing against giving Max raises, but I think the process needs to be a little bit more transparent, again, in line with the direction that we're trying to move towards more transparency and communication with residents, and to garner a little bit more trust in what we're doing here in City Hall. Thank you.
Thank you. That is all, Mr. Mayor.